Hello everyone, this is Clossi, and I am back with another Go video, and today we're going to talk about another bad Joseki that everyone plays. So this is it. This is the Joseki that I think is a bad Joseki that everyone plays. You may think that this is a very good Joseki. This is like our foundation Joseki that we learn when we're lowly 20 Qs and then we work our way up. It's like one of the first Josekis we learn. Well, what if I told you that this Joseki is a Joseki, but in my opinion, I think it should never reach this point because I think there are better Josekis to choose. So let's talk about why. So let's say white plays inside of here. So the reason I think this is a bad Joseki is because I think it's going to be either good for one side or the other. So let's say we play this Joseki here. Well, in this case, I think the Joseki is a little good for white because white was able to settle on black's side very easily. White has a slide/extension, so white very easily is going to have two eyes. White is very strong on a side that black wants to extend from, so even if black extended, white could potentially invade later. It makes it difficult to grow the Shamari with an extension because this shape is just so solid and so strong. Additionally, since you were on your opponent's side, you were able to live very easily and didn't get that much pressure, so I think this is good for white. What would I do instead? Well, I would think about this Joseki. This is a common Joseki in this opening, where white lives in the corner, and now we play a different Joseki. And now you can see that white's in the corner, black has a lot of influence on both sides, and black is still working with the Shamari to build the right. So in this case, I think this is a much more even result. The reason I say this Joseki is a bad Joseki is not because the Joseki itself is bad, but because I think there are better Joseki to choose in various situations. I think this result is either going to be good for one person or the other. So let's go over another example where this might be. Now, let's say that we approach this corner. And we go down, and we block, and we just fall back. This looks normal. It looks like it should be a good result. But actually, this doesn't really theoretically work with the star point very well, because a star point wants an extension, fourth line down the third line, sure. But it's actually supposed to be about right here, because an extension is about a 5-space jump. This one's a little far because you can very easily invade and make a 2-space extension. So it's a little cramped, so it's not a perfect invasion, but you can see that white can live in there very easily. On another note, the star point is supposed to be building. It's supposed to be for influence. It's supposed to be making a moyo. Where if black does that, white can very easily reduce with the shoulder hit right here to push this area down. And if you need to go out, you can just sabaki. If you need to simply big territory, you can just push it down. So you can see white can very easily deal with this side. Well, what would I play instead? Well, the most common move to play instead is actually this move, this jump back move. This builds a large framework, and it's third line going up to the fourth line, so it's still within our basics, and it's a proper extension from the star point. In my opinion, this is a proper extension from the star point as well as third line going up to the fourth line. Yes, white can invade, but you're supposed to be going for influence with star points because star point is a fourth line and fourth line from both sides. Star point is all about the influence, not really about territory. This, I think, would be more proper to play on the side rather than this Joseki. What if black had played like a 3-4 point? Let's change it there. And we play it then. Well, now you can see that black is very flat. So third line, third line, third line. And that's just not good at all. You would normally want to play something like this. And you could also play Kobayashi. That's another option. Third line, fourth line, third line. And let's say black plays this one and then plays here. Well, would you play it here? Maybe, but this is actually 7 spaces away, so it's even easier to invade. And normally against this, you would see a micro Chinese. So this would be more common because this is also a 5-space extension from this stone. And also a 4-space extension from this one, so it kind of lightly plays with this one since the 3-3 is still open, but also gets a proper extension from this 3-4 point. Again, I think there are better Joseki options. This is definitely a Joseki that everyone should learn. This is definitely one that everyone learns at the very start. It's very solid, very strong, and very easy to play without screwing it up. However, as you get stronger, I think you should be learning more and more Joseki, and eventually I would like to say that this Joseki, you can actually get away with never finishing the result unless it's good for you, of course. As far as Josekis go, I feel like this result should, in quotation marks, never happen, because if both players are playing the best results, I think there are better Joseki to choose from. However, as I said, this is my opinion and my style preference. It's not like this Joseki itself is bad, in quotation marks. I just think that there's other Joseki you can choose from, and one thing I really don't like about how people study nowadays is that people find Josekis that they like, find openings that they like, and they just play it over and over and over and never change it. They never learn other variations, and I think that's a big detriment to your learning if you only play the same variations over and over. For example, with my students right now, I'm actually making them change their opening every single month in order to learn new Josekis and new patterns, but also still give them a month of playing that same opening so they have a chance to practice it, learn the variations inside of it, learn it in and out, and then you go to the opening, and then after you gain several ranks or several months pass, you can repeat the process for every single popular opening and just learn more and more Josekis the stronger you get. That is it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Another bad Joseki everyone plays. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree with my conclusions about this Joseki? Do you not? So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully this will encourage you to study more Joseki and study more openings and improve your game over time. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.